Hello, it is Friday. You made it. Way to go. It's the 23rd, although I don't know what else you would have done. But here it is. It's the 23rd of October, and it's time for 5 minutes with Phil. And this is the last devotion that I'm doing in this series from Exodus chapter 23. And again, what we've been doing, we've been looking at these promises that God gave to the children of Israel as they left the Red Sea, as they left Egypt, as they left bondage, and God was taking them to the promised land. And he gave them some instructions and some promises along the way that I believe not only applied to them, but also apply to us here. And this last one is really important. Look at verse 31. You ready? Follow along on the screen. Here's what God says to them. I will establish your borders from the Red Sea to the Sea of the Philistines, and from the desert to the river. I will hand over to you the people who live in the land, and you will drive them out before you. You know what God is? God is a God of potential. God, look at this. God has already placed your boundaries before you even realize what they are. God's purpose and plan for you. Okay, you ready for this? God's purpose and plan for you will always be bigger than you. Otherwise, it's not from God. My plans only go so far, but God's plans are bigger than you. God sees your potential. He's marked out these boundaries for you, and before you even get there, before you even become who God wants you to be, before you even do what God wants you to do with your life and what you do within that calling and within that purpose, He's already got your potential marked out. He believes in you more than you believe in yourself. To the person watching today that feels like they're a failure, you're not a failure in God's eyes. He sees your potential way more than he sees your mistakes. Can you think for a minute about the people that Jesus surrounded himself with when he was on earth? Okay, James and John, they were called the sons of thunder. They had real fiery tempers. Peter, who was always messing up. Always messing up. Matthew was a tax collector. Everybody hated this guy. And the list goes on and on and on. And God says, these are the people that I want surrounding me. Jesus says, these are my disciples because I see their potential. Jesus is saying, I don't see what others say they are. I see what I say they are. Your identity is not in what some coach told you, a parent told you, what a teacher told you, a boss, a husband or wife. Your true identity is not what an agent told you, what a boss told you. Your true identity is in what God thinks of you and what Jesus thinks of you. You're a lot more precious to him than you realize. He loves you. He loves you. And he has big plans for you. He's marked out your boundaries. He's marked out your potential. All you have to do is just serve him, walk with him, let him do his work in you. He has his hand on you. He believes in you. His power is greater than your mistakes. His grace is greater than your sin. So I want you to realize that God sees not the problem in you, but the potential in you. rest in that today and the rest of this weekend. All right? We'll talk to you again next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.